The Air India crash of a Boeing 787 Dreamliner has reignited flight safety concerns. Our readers have sent us questions. Here are some of them. One reader asks that with all of the crashes we've seen this year, is flying still safer than driving? The answer, according to people in the aviation industry and U.S. government officials, is yes. But there are risks in the system, and the system is under stress. We've seen some high-profile, terrible accidents this year, but broadly speaking, over the last few decades, aviation has become remarkably safe. Now, the investigators in India will have to get to the bottom of what led to this 787 crash and to see if there's any relation to any other accidents or what the potential factors might be. Another reader asks, what is our early read of what caused the crash? It's really too early to know. There are often a lot of factors that can contribute to an accident, and early indications can be undermined by new information that comes to light. But we've talked to former accident investigators, aviation safety experts, and pilots who say there are a couple of likely focuses early on in the investigation based on at least the videos that have emerged of the aircraft and the crash. They include the aircraft configuration. Were the flaps on the rear of the wings extended as they, generally speaking, should be during takeoff to help generate aerodynamic lift to help the aircraft take off? Why was the landing gear down? Generally speaking, would probably be up at that point after takeoff, but could be delayed in being brought up for some sort of reason. Did the engines lose thrust for some reason, and why? These are some of the early big questions around this accident. It appears that the plane was under the control of the flight crew as it descended and crashed into a fireball after takeoff. Troy mentions that he has a family member who is scared of flying, and particularly on Boeing jets. Well, Boeing's been in the news in recent years for safety issues. There have been a pair of crashes with the 737 MAX. There was the door plug blowout on the Alaska Airlines flight. That was a different plane. Boeing has said that they have been working to improve how they monitor the safety of the fleet, how they engineer and manufacture aircraft. This particular aircraft, the 787 Dreamliner, is a newer overall model. It debuted in 2011, and it has an excellent safety record. There have been production issues with the 787 early on in its development, and then more recently, but there have been no fatal accidents prior to the Air India crash that have involved a 787 Dreamliner. And at this point, we're very early in any investigation, and we don't know if there's any, if at all, a role for the manufacturing or design of the aircraft. Accident investigations can take months, a year or more. They often point to a series of factors that can involve everything from airline crew, the pilots, the maintenance personnel, weather, sure, design, manufacturing. There are many, many factors that can play a role in a terrible tragedy such as this, and it's way too soon to jump to any conclusions.